Stop wasting time training your forearms. I see so many dudes and they keep asking me why my forearms are not growing, yet they keep training them. They go after the workout, they grab those dumbbells, they sit on the bench and they do those typical forearm curls, and guess what? Their forearms are not growing. Mine and the results of the clients that I tell them to do the way I do it without really necessarily targeting the forearms is a lot better. I'll tell you exactly how we do it in this video. Alright, so you want to grow your forearms, you're a little bit frustrated from doing the exercises and not getting the results. This video is for you. How to grow your forearms without targeting them and really just isolating them. You gotta remember, guys, everything you're doing, you're gripping it with your hands. So if your forearms are weak, it's gonna affect everything. A lot of people will tell you, well, wear straps. When you're lifting with your back, wear straps if your forearms are weak. No, stop wearing straps. I hate straps. I've never wore straps. And if your forearms are the limiting factor for you pulling, you gotta fix that, alright? You're not an IFBB pro. You see IFBB pros and Nick Walker's doing it. You're not an IFBB pro, alright? You're just a guy that's trying to get in the best shape and have a well-rounded physique. So you can't just see because Nick Walker had straps on a video doing stiff leg deadlifts, then you have to do it. No, alright? First thing first. Stop wearing straps. Drop the straps. If your forearms are getting too sore and too tight, it's because they're weak. And if your forearms are a limited factor, the more you wear straps, the less you'll be able to improve them, the more your back will get better and the bigger the imbalance will be. So drop the straps and start doing your rows without any straps. Do your curls or whatever you use straps for. Do the same exercise without straps. If your forearms are burning first and they are limiting you from keep going, just stop whenever you can't do anymore. It doesn't matter if your forearms are feeling weak or your forearms are dead, then stop. And after a few sessions and after a few weeks, your forearm will be forced to adjust to get stronger to where your back is. That's what will happen with more exercises that I will share with you. So first thing first, you drop the straps and you let your forearms catch up to your back. If you don't drop the straps, your forearms will never catch up. You will have small wrists, very weak joints, very weak wrists, and you'll get bigger back. And eventually you're just preparing yourself to get injured because the body loves being worked as a whole and get stronger as a whole, alright? You can't cheat the body. You create one imbalance somewhere, you're gonna pay for it. So stop the straps. That's number one. And you'll see with time, you'll feel less and less your forearms burning on your pull-ups or on your pull-downs or on your rows. And a lot of time, you guys are just going so heavy. I saw a guy the other day, he's using straps and he's doing 120 dumbbell rows. And he's doing it so wrong. He's not even feeling his lats. It's just ego. Most people that wear straps are ego lifters. Yes, you guys are ego lifters. If you keep wearing straps and just focusing on lifting the 120s, stop it. Alright, stop wearing straps. That's number one. Number two, instead of isolating your muscles, do compound lifts for the forearms. What are the compound lifts for the forearms? Well, compound lifts that will have forearms included instead of isolating. You know, I'm a big fan of compound lifts. If you're a natural lifter, compound or even enhanced, the compound lifts are great, and working with your body as a whole will get you so much more results than just isolation. Alright, so instead of doing those little freaking curls and reverse curls, do pull-ups. Pronated grip pull-ups, pronated grip deadlifts. Have you tried doing pronated grip deadlift? Trust me, they will burn your forearms and you'll get so sore the next day on your forearms that you will have no choice but to grow. All right, farmer's walks. Have you done farmer's walk? Try them. Go heavy, carry it well, and when you're carrying those weights, squeeze them. Squeeze them as much as you can as you're walking. All right, a lot of people are doing pull downs, but their palms is not even gripping the bar well. Of course, you're not going to be strengthening your forearms. You gotta grip it as if your life depended on it and you're falling down from that bar. Grip it as tight as you can. When you're doing your hammer curls, grip that dumbbell, squeeze it. All right, and trust me, you're gonna get more and more forearms engagement. You don't want to necessarily target it, but use your forearms in the big lifts and engage it. All right, and look, my forearms are pretty good. Trust me, once I'm shaved my forearms, people will be blown away. All right, I know it because my forearms are they're pretty good. All right, and I never trade them directly. I just carry a lot of stuff and I make sure that I engage them when I'm doing my farmer's walk, my deadlift, my stiff leg deadlift, my shoulder press, whatever it is. All right, grab the weights well, grab the dumbbells well. So pull-ups, pronated grip pull-ups. You don't want to do pull-ups like this. Pronated grip pull-ups. Trust me, this is a killer for forearms. Also better, even better if the bar is wide. That would be the best. That's number one. Number two would be farmer's walk. Number 3 would be deadlift, pronated grip deadlift. Those are killers for your forearms. Number 4, I would say, number 4, any kind of rows, you know, any kind of rows. Hammer curls are great. Make sure that you're keeping your wrist straight. That's another thing. A lot of people, when they're lifting, their wrist breaks. Keep that wrist straight. Even when you're benching, you want the bar to come on your palm, on your hands, and you want to keep that wrist straight. You don't want the bar to be like this. If you're benching like this, of course you're gonna mess up your forearms. You're gonna read those wrist wraps. But keep your wrist straight, all right? And trust me, you're gonna have the craziest forearms. I used to train with a strongman. He used to be Iron BB's brother. I don't know if you guys follow strongman. And this guy, he's the strongest dude I've ever seen in my life. Never used all those straps and all those wrist straps, and he actually teach me a lot of stuff. And it's all about kind of strengthening the joints, you know. The joints get stronger with the muscles. A lot of the bodybuilding style workout kind of makes us weaker because we're trying to put the straps and put the belt and trying to isolate everything. But strongman lifters, they don't care. They just grab that bar, they make sure the wrist is straight, and they just get stronger at everything. This guy's wrist is bigger than my elbow, trust me. And he was younger than me, and he's all natural. Just because of the way he trains, all right? It's a very kind of primal way of training. And in that way, you're strengthening all those joints, those tendons, and everything else, all right? They barely get injuries. As opposed to bodybuilders, they get a lot of injuries because they become weaker from all the isolation and all the wraps and all the strip straps or whatever it's called. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Get stronger forearms without necessarily training them. Also, there is this forearm gripper, you know, the one that strengthens your forearms. You can buy this, and like when you're home and you're just watching your TV, chilling, you can play with it, you know. I used to have one of those. I actually gotta look for it. You just grip and boom, 20 reps, get a good pump in the forearms. But that's not your bread and butter. That's not what's gonna give you the most results. It's really the pull-ups and the farmer's walk and carrying the weight correctly, all right? Thank you guys for the motivation. Thanks for watching, you know, making YouTube videos. It's something that I enjoy, but I enjoy also talking to you guys. So I wanna know what you guys think, you know. I wanna know your feedback. I wanna see those comments, man. Keep commenting, keep liking. It's really thanks to you if my YouTube can blow up one day, if it does. Nothing is impossible, but I want to see more comments. I want to talk with you guys, because that's what it is. It's not just about me. It's not about my man talking. I want to see, let me know, am I right, am I wrong? Gonna go for a little walk now outside. It's summer. Gotta enjoy the time when it's summer, you know. Just go outside, run, do your walks. That's my cardio. I don't like doing cardio in gyms. I don't like staying indoor. I feel like the more you stay inside, the more you overthink, the more you're in your mind. The mind is not made to overthink that much, you know. Our brain is not made for all those thoughts. We're in a time where the human is the most mentally depressed because of all the thoughts and all the energy and all the voices we have. The Instagram, the YouTube, the information everywhere. Let the mind relax, let the mind chill. Just go out, just go for a walk, just enjoy life, you know. You don't need to always be thinking. We think that we always gotta figure out life, but that's what makes people depressed, is trying to think too much. Don't try to figure out life. Don't try to figure out life. Don't have the farmer's mindset and just worrying about the future and thinking and worrying if the seeds are gonna grow. Have the hunter mindset of going out, go for that kill, get your food for today, and that's it. And I'm not saying YOLO, just focusing on now and forgetting the future, but remember that we will all die one day, and overthinking little stuff is not the way we gotta be living, all right? I talk also a lot about mental health and stuff like that on my channel, just because I deal with it too, you know, and I'm changing my perspective on life. Changing my perspective on life. I was always in this vicious cycle, a lot of stress, a lot of overthinking, trying to figure out everything, trying to plan, invest for the future, make more money, make more gains, get bigger, all about the numbers. But then you lose sight of what really is important in life, and you just put yourself in a routine and you become a slave to your performance, a slave to your money, a slave to your income, a slave to everything that the society is telling you to do. But that's not the way of living. So that's it for this video, guys. I love you all. See you soon. Ciao.